Welcome back to another exciting episode of Couples Mentality. Yes, I am your host, Shaun Taylor, along with my lovely, beautiful co-host,
Erin, sample.
All right, and today we're going to talk about just a bunch of great topics, man. We're going to start with a TV show that has really captivated us as a couple. We started it together and we're still here watching it, The Chi. Very popular show. As many you know, it wrapped up about a week ago. Overall, how'd you feel about The Chi?
Overall, I liked it. I feel like there were some good parts. I feel like there was a lot of unnecessary parts. I know we were kind of confused, like, oh, everybody knows each other in this city, so but honestly, I like The Chi. Like, I do look forward to seasons.
If you had to give it a 1 through 10, I'm sorry. I think I already said.
I'm gonna give it what else happened? Oh my goodness, Damien has been a conundrum from the jump.
The real villain.
The villain.
The real villain. Oh, I had you messing up. The real villain of The Chi was Damien, season 7, man. For sure. He his gambling problem was just, putting him in all types of situations. Ultimately, like I said, it wound up, causing his brother to get shot. So I'm hoping that was something he was supposed to give up towards the end of the show, but towards the end of the season, but we'll see.
Yeah,
he does got a girlfriend. So. What else, man?
Oh, Hannibal popping up. It's so crazy that he's a regular when he was a cousin of Brandon.
That's a fact.
And then he's married. Like, he has a whole wife and house. We didn't even know he had a whole family at home.
Yes.
And it was cool to see that it was Kyla Pratt.
Yes, yes, it was.
Big fan. I ran into her one time at the liquor store in LA. And I just walked in. I was like, oh, okay. Grabbed my little wine and kept walking. She seems like she's a real cool girl.
That's good you didn't fan out.
No, she's a human. I just appreciate her work.
I would have messed up and called her Keke Palmer. I know. Just knowing me, I know I would have messed that up.
I can see how you do that. KP, Kyla Pratt, Keke Palmer, no childhood stars, but we all don't look the same, sir.
No, not at all. Not at all. I guess the climax, of course, was Jada dying. R.I.P. to Jada, the last of the parents.
Yeah.
The last of the original parents.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, Tracy is still on there. Well, she's leaving now.
Yeah, she don't count.
Well, her son is the whole reason why the show kicked off.
I guess.
Disrespect. He has a problem with Tracy. Like, every time Tracy come on the scene, honey, he's like, why is she here? And I'm like, sir, it kicked off with her son being the catalyst of the show.
I get it. I guess it's just because they just always threw her in randomly. So I guess if you want to count, she's the last of the mothers, I guess. But to me, it was definitely Jada. So now we're like officially, I guess, in the second generation of The Chi, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Alicia was taken out. That was, I don't know. I didn't see that coming, actually. I saw her a bigger role in The Chi throughout the rest of the show.
I think I picked up. I think when she did that wheel, when she did the wheel for Tiffany, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, when she helped Tiffany set up the wheel.
Yeah, when she set up the wheel. I just was shocked. Shout out to Candy, but I was real shocked that it was her. But it always seems like it's always the person you least expect when it comes to The Chi. So shout out to Lena to throw people off.
And then another person who went to Nuck first, who Nuck is responsible for the person that she was talking about also, who went to Nuck and took his word for face value, and then just went instantly and took out Alicia without even giving her no real opportunity. Like, really, Alicia pled a pretty good case, and she still took her out. I didn't really understand that. Now, once again, it's just like Nuck is the one that's taking out everybody of real importance of the show, and yet everybody just overlooks him.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's untouchable or anything like that. So I don't really understand it. But
I was gonna say, Darnell. Another highlight was Darnell meeting. I don't know what Wendy Raquel Robinson's character's name is. I don't remember. But I think that was another indication that Jada was going to end up transitioning, because I'm like, okay, why is Tasha Mack here?
Yeah.
So I was just like, I feel as though next year she's going to have a bigger role.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that.
Yeah, I definitely, and I feel like the Jada situation, it was very beautifully done. It was very, very beautifully done. And that lady is an amazing actor. She did a phenomenal job. I was in there crying. I was in there just crying. So they did a good job.
It was a little misty.
I think you choked. So. I heard a little.
It was a little misty in the room.
Yeah, I heard a little. Yeah.
So it caught me. But the show ended just before we wrap it up really fast, just with Rashad and Victor moving Alicia's body. Didn't understand that at all. Why wouldn't you just call the cops? And
why don't y'all lock the doors? If Chicago is so dangerous, where is the Ring cameras? Where is the security? Rashad can't be the only security. And who is securing the place?
Doesn't make any sense.
And why? I just don't understand how. But the thing is, we've never been in a situation where we've seen a body. I wouldn't move it. I feel like I've watched enough crime shows where they tell you don't touch the crime.
You're not supposed to touch the body.
And they're both former criminals. They would know better. I don't know. Now that's giving Tyler Perry. So I need to see what happens.
All right. And then just last question regarding the Shy. Where do you think next season is going to start off based off of what we know?
We're going to be at the Fume. Or we may have the aftermath of the Fume. Jada's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jada or Alicia.
Well, it depends if it's going to be a 6-year jump or not. But I would see that, and I feel as though Tasha Mack is going to show up, and I feel like there's going to be something developed there. I feel like Trig and Rashad's going to be locked up.
That's what I was wondering.
But I also feel like I don't know how that's going to play out. Because they're both felons.
If they base it off of reality, they have alibis.
Both of them have alibis.
But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Trig was at a whole hospital. I'm pretty sure he's on multiple cameras in there. He stayed the night. So, I mean,
let's hope they have some good lawyers.
Alibi. And then also, same thing with the other dude. Rashad. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name. He was out on a date. So
if you want to call that a date.
Yeah, well. And I mean, also, the house was ransacked. So, I mean, all those things might play a factor if, once again, they base it off of reality.
That's right. And who called the police? What is happening?
All a mystery.
All right, I guess we'll see.
Okay. Also, sticking with TV, we got the King of the Hill reboot.
I was excited, babe, when you first of all, he was already 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
Don't do that no more.
I was a little more than that, but yeah.
I made him start it over.
I thought it was great as a fan of King of the Hill. I thought it was just a pretty overall good reboot. I do like the fact that they explained, Peggy and Hank, they were away in Saudi Arabia. That was weird because you would never
oil.
Yeah, propane and propane accessories.
Excuse me.
Yes, you would never think Hank would leave America, but or much less even Texas at all. But they got him down there with promise of propane, so it was really good. great takeaways. Not going to talk too much about it for those who haven't seen it yet, but for me with the show, I did like Bobby was grown. It was 21. I like that they gave Bobby confidence. He was like kind of a mixture of Hank and Peggy. I'm glad they just didn't take the route of making him like a scared or like stupid adult or something like that. Like he's actually responsible. He stands up for himself. Kind of a little push from where he was as a kid. So I do like the fact that he grew into himself. What else? Nancy and John Redcorn back having an affair. You know, that was a big insider, if you know thing towards the beginning of the show.
It
and
seemed
then
like everybody knew, but
everybody knew except for Dale, of course.
And
everybody still knows except for Dale. Even the internet. And just overall the change of the characters from if you watch the show, you remember their younger selves to their older selves, and just seeing how they've overall changed. Many of them have not changed that much, actually, just their overall look, but they're still like the same people. But overall, I approve of it. I did enjoy it. I can't wait to season 2. Well, I guess technically it would be season 15.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty dope. Did you finish it?
Yeah, we did.
Did you
remember? Yeah. I forgot what the episode was, but yeah, it was done. It was something with, I can't talk about it, but yes, I did finish it. Yeah.
How'd you enjoy it?
I liked it. I don't know. I'm weird. I like cartoons where you can change the where they change outfits and stuff.
Like Doug.
Yeah, because I'm like, they need different clothes. But I liked it. I did. It was. I'll watch it again. Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So let's shift in gears here. Let's shift to one of our
couples questions.
Mm-hmm. Yes, these are picked at random, and then which we do answer. So this first one says, how do we handle conflict differently, and how can we meet in the middle?
Would you say
of course. Would you say we're like fire and ice a little bit? You more so fire, me so ice? Or not really?
I think it depends. Like it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like, no one's perfect. I think sometimes like with me, like I'm a woman. Sometimes I can be overstimulated.
Mm-hmm.
And you and this I
didn't mean to agree with that so heavy, actually, but yeah, I feel
yeah. But overall, I feel like as far as conflict, I think open communication. I feel like if I am in a mood or something like that, I will communicate that. I'll let you go.
Okay.
I said I was going to do that first.
All right. Honestly, I actually kind of feel like we handle conflict a lot the same. We're both kind of non-confrontational. So I think the only conflict that we ever have is really with each other. And it's over like small things in here. But we don't really like have too many problems outside of the household. Like we don't have problems with strangers or anything like that.
I think with us, I think it just depends. Like sometimes we can give off like a sibling bickering, or like roommates bickering, or like more so that than even couples. I feel like if we are upset, we know not to go low or anything like that. And I think we just can honestly say, hey, I just need a moment so that I can digest what's going on. But then again, I can't really think of how many times we have to do that.
No, it doesn't happen that often. We're actually very good at giving each other space.
Yeah.
So if there are times where there might be a little, I don't even know what to call it, because we really don't.
Look, no,
we don't really beef or anything that often.
It's not that, because I don't want us to get on here and pretend like, oh, we're perfect or anything like that. But honestly, y'all, we took getting together just serious. Like we laid a lot of conversations out on the line. What our deal breakers were, what makes us tick, all of the things. So I think we just already know. So it's not really much conflict. So I encourage all couples to have those conversations prior to living with one another. Like, so that when you are living with each other, it's not that many issues.
No, exactly. Yeah. And as far as meeting in the middle, like I said, for us, it's probably just giving each other a little space. We both have our own separate areas where we live. So I might go in my office room, she might go in her office room or something like that for a couple, maybe an hour or so. It normally doesn't take long. But yeah, as far as handling conflict, I think we handle it pretty much the same overall. So, and I think that actually works for us.
Yeah, I think in the beginning it's more getting to know each other. But I think almost 3 years in, it'll be 3 years, September 2nd.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Feels like an eternity.
It does.
All right. Another question. How do you feel about therapy in a relationship? I started off. I feel like therapy in a relationship really would only work if both parties are comfortable with telling the complete truth. I mean, I don't really feel like it's beneficial to go to therapy if you're still going to hide certain things that really may be the problem just because you're maybe scared to speak about it or scared how your partner might feel. I feel like if you guys have gotten to the point of therapy, then that's the time to get the complete truth out and see where we go from there. Because like I said, if you're hiding something that's actually really bothering you, how is your partner supposed to know? Even in therapy, how is the therapist supposed to know? So I feel like you should really only consider therapy if you are really going to take it serious, if you're really going to lay it all out on the table to really find out the best ways to improve your relationship. What do you think?
I think everybody should go to therapy separately and as a couple. And I actually would want us to go to therapy before we get married. Even though I feel like everything is really good, I just feel like everybody needs therapy just to get, because I look at therapy like a ball of yarn, and it's just somebody helping you unravel it. And I love how our relationship is now, but imagine how much better it would be if we were going to therapy. It could just be some things where maybe we've overlooked just to make us better. Like, I don't know, but I feel like we talk to each other so much. I feel like we have therapy all the time. Like, we check in with each other. We do weekly check-ins. Like, how are you feeling? What's going on? Is there anything that I could be doing better? Vice versa. But
of course, yeah, if you have those type of conversations with each other, it definitely does help. Like I said, I definitely agree with you as far as everybody should seek therapy. Some people have best friends who they just tell everything and may give them good advice, and
that ain't the same.
It ain't the same, but it is good to get it out. But like I said, I mean, just thinking back to my original point, I just feel like therapy is only for when you are ready to have this serious conversation, to be completely honest, completely real. A time when you gotta take emotions out and how the other person might feel. If there's something truly bothering you, you have to get it out. And if you're paying somebody to listen, there's no better time than right then and there to do it. So that's my thoughts. Like, therapy, only if you're ready to be honest, man. So that's all for you on therapy, though.
I guess how do you feel about therapy in a relationship? I understand you're saying only if you're serious about it, but like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel as though you would be open to therapy, even if it's not because you keep saying if you're serious to lay it on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So are you serious and willing to lay it on the line?
If we were at a point where we came and we said we think we need therapy, then yeah, I would be. If I agreed to it, because like I said,
but
I'm
do
not
you
gonna.
Think that? I'm sorry. Do you
No,
think that going to therapy is only if there's a problem? Honestly,
not necessarily. I mean, you can go to therapy once again just to talk and really get things off of your mind. It definitely does help. I'm more so saying that in a relationship, if you do agree to therapy, then you should be prepared to actually say everything that's actually on your heart. If there is anything that's bothering you, because you could be completely happy, like you can be good, but there might be something about your significant other that you haven't said to them because you're protecting their feelings, or you might just not want to cause no problems in your household because everything is good. So I'm just more so saying that if you do agree to therapy, then you shouldn't waste those opportunities to get those things out. I know people who have done therapy, and from talking to them about their
like
therapy.
Couples therapy?
Yeah, I know people have done couples therapy. And from talking to them about what they talked about, like the person might have told me what they said, and they still weren't really telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? They were still sugarcoating what was going on in their relationship. So ultimately therapy didn't help because the problems were still there, because they were leaving out what was really bothering them from the therapist to protect their partner's feelings. So no, I definitely do agree that you should go to therapy as much as possible. But like I said, I'm more so saying that I just feel like if we could take it there, then you need to take it there and see basically what is left of your relationship after you tell the truth. Maybe the person might take it good, or the person might be too much for them to handle. Either way, you're dodging a bullet. So
yeah, I think that I don't know. I think premarital counseling or couples counseling, I just encourage it, or therapy. And even if some people aren't willing to get it out, I think that it does also allow you to watch body language, etc., etc., etc. But I think also it just helps you, because some people, there may be tools that we don't know. We may think our relationship is 100%, and then they're like, oh, well, this extra tool can make it even better. So that's why I wouldn't have a problem. That's how I feel. I feel like therapy in a relationship is good, because if we do have something that we need to really get to the bottom of, it's better to go to a therapist than to go to our friends.
I agree.
So, yeah.
All right. In the last part of our show, we're going to talk about our most recent date night. So, as I've mentioned before in the show, I am a big wrestling fan. I've been watching wrestling ever since I was a child.
La baby.
Yes, and I still watch it heavily to this day. So recently, Erin, who had never really been into wrestling in the past, she watches it with me, but she went with me to our first wrestling show. We went to a indie show called 1FW. It was their WrestleMania in a way. I think it was called Slammiversary, if I'm not mistaken, but it was like their biggest show that they put on. Like I said, once again, independent show, so full of a bunch of independent wrestlers and things like that.
Who did we go see to support?
We went to support one of my actually oldest friends, who is a superstar wrestler. I mean, just a really, really big deal. Everybody was cheering him. Everybody wanted him to win. Carly Bravo. He put on an amazing show. Overall, I had a great time. I had been to wrestling shows before, but they had always been like bigger shows. So I had never been really so close to the ring. Of course, since this was an independent show, it was a lot smaller venue. And we were like right there next to the ring. I mean, you could hear people's heads thudding off the ring. It was it was great. But what did you think about your first wrestling show experience?
So like I don't really like big crowds. Like I'm like, ugh, I don't even like a grocery store. But the energy was really, really good in there. I guess like I'm not the biggest fan of wrestling, but I am a theater kid. So
It is theater.
So to me, it was given theater, especially the one guy who had like the hair and he was like shaking it, like, and people were cheering for him. I forgot what his name was, but
I forgot what his name.
I gotta find the video and see if we could put it in this. He was fun.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I would go back. I really would go back. I could tell that we were homebodies and early birds because it was like 9 and we were like, okay. And then they were like, all right, y'all, 10-minute intermission. We're about to start. What were they about to build or something?
They were about to do a steel cage match. And it was like 10. Yep. It was late. Bruh. It was late. And
we gotta do better.
We was wrestling showed out. So the 10-minute intermission, we actually left. We didn't see the main event, which was in a steel cage match.
We were there for like, I thought that your friend was the main event. That was the,
I kind of thought he was gonna be too, but it was. I mean, he was probably like the biggest draw. I mean, definitely. But it was about a 3-hour show, and we stayed for 2 hours and 30 minutes of it. But we decided to beat traffic.
I think it was gonna be longer. You think they used 10 minutes to build a steel cage for 30
and then
more?
the match was probably only like 15 minutes. It probably was. I don't know.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I would go back.
We stayed for the majority of the show. Like I said, I want to say 95%.
Yeah.
But then we decided to beat traffic, which was a great decision.
Oh yeah.
If you know anything about living in the city. Yeah. So overall, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
actually it's crazy that it was actually a show tonight and it was actually free. But
well, we're here with you guys.
Yeah. We'll continue to be. All right. So that was our show. Overall, once again, we're rating The Chi 7 out of 10.
Oh, is that what you rated it?
Yeah, I decided to go. I was gonna go 8 out of 10, but when you said 7, I was like, yeah. So give it something to work towards. King of the Hill reboot, I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it. And our wrestling show, also a 10 out of 10. Enjoyed that. Yeah. Any closing statements for the people?
No. I know we said this I said no, and then I start talking. That's me. We are still gonna review a movie for you guys, but I just want to know, what movie should we review? Should we do like a black rom-com? Should we do like old school? Should we do a Tyler Perry? What should we do? What should we review? Guys, let us know.
What was the Tyler Perry voice?
I don't know. I don't know what we're like.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
You sound like what's the brother's name?
Who brother?
And that be in the Medea movies.
Oh, Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
Okay.
Now Medea, you're just fat. You're just fat and you're just slow, Medea. I can't stand you one bit, Medea.
I will say, I just want to say this about Tyler Perry movies. One thing about Tyler Perry movies, Medea is going to have the best wig.
Every time.
Laid.
Every time.
Okay. That's all I got to say.
Couldn't hook Shamar Moore up, but...
you're not going to let that go.
Hey, bro. Every chance I get. All right, y'all, man. We are out, man. Please like and subscribe.
Good night.
Good night. Couples Mentality.
Bye.